Tourism Tax Committee to order. And the first thing will be discussion, we don't have any minutes to approve, so we'll go to discussion action on the Lieutenant Governor's turkey hunt. Guessing that's what Kate or Kelly.
We're going to
tag team it.
Yeah, we're going to jointly do this thing. So this is the annual event for the Lieutenant Governor's Turkey Hunt. The dinners that we sponsor and hold are being held at the same location they've been for many years. Are we expecting about 15 out of...
We're expecting about 15 guests or groups of guests. Some of them are, about 15 entities bringing guests to the community. Not all of them will hunt, but they all have a shared interest in potential development in our area. The turkey hunt's been going on for about 30-some years here in Alva and Woods County, and it's been one of the most successful in the state for that duration. This year COVID kind of put a damper on it when it hit, and we're still kind of rebuilding from that. 15 hunters or groups of hunters is pretty low, but I think it's going to, it's all going to be all right. I think it's going to build back up, but this year it is a little bit low. Turkey population is low, so that's probably going to be okay. The Lieutenant Governor will be here. Thursday night, I imagine that Dr. Newton and Casey Murdoch will also be here as well. They generally are. And we'll have, as many dignitaries from the community as we can out there to try and, influence these decision makers to make their mark, leave a mark here in Northwest Oklahoma. So Woods County, Alva in particular. So I know we have, if you look at the budget page, there are generally donations that come in and offset the expenses. I know we have representatives from the Safari Club that are going to be here, and they're sponsoring. National Wild Turkey Federation is sponsoring. OG&E is sponsoring. And so the request that we have in front of you is to make up some of the gap for the merchandise that we provide to the people that are coming. They will be staying in local hotels and for 2 nights, and so that's trying to think. Our main objective is to promote economic development when these people are here and
showcase the community in the region.
So, I know turkey hunts are going on in other places at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, on different nights, but yes.
Are they on different nights?
Yes.
Because I thought that
Woodward,
the governor kind of hit several.
There are some that are the same day. Usually they hit Woodward and Alva in the same day,
yeah.
And there's,
but
I think, 3 others.
Okemah, Elk City, there's one or 2 more, but they're on different days than us. So it's kind of almost like a 10-day time frame that he's...
Do you guys ever have, and you may, I'm just asking out of curiosity, do you have interaction with any of those other turkey hunts to see how they go as far as people coming in and stuff?
Other people involved with our turkey hunt have. I can't say that I have. I don't know about Kay.
I haven't.
But I know that there's been interaction with them, and what we're having is a down year this year, from what I've been told, is about what some of these others expect for a maximum year.
When several years ago, when they would come out to the ranch, the National Turkey Federation guy from Mississippi, and his name escapes me now, but
Robert Higginbotham.
He always liked to come here. It was his favorite place to come.
Yeah, he'll be back. He actually comes back every year, and he's started helping guide when he comes back.
a motion to approve the full amount.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second?
You ready for me?
We
All
are
right. Martin.
Aye.
Barton, sorry, last name's.
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Parsons. Aye. Ritter.
Aye,
Thank you.
Thank you all.
thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for the special meeting too.
you will
Thank you
receive,
for your work on this.
oh, you bet. You will receive an invitation to one of the night's dinners, so
Yeah.
look for that. It'll be April 21st.
First, those will be going out probably next week, hopefully.
Save the date.
All right, next item is discussion and action on the proposed budget for the fiscal year 2022.
And we're doing this a little bit substantially earlier than we normally come visit with you, but Jody and I were talking and we felt like it would be a good opportunity to start the conversation earlier, especially since I was already planning to be here. I don't have the requested numbers in there yet, but I wanted to have the conversation with you all first. I anticipate those numbers being flat. If you look at where we are at year to date and you kind of average that out over a 12-month period, probably be just a little bit shy of revenue for this year, but we're on target for our expenses. So I would anticipate revenue to be steady, at least what it was this year. There's potential for it to be a little bit higher as we've had some more activities and plan to, but for me, I'd like to see us leave the budget as it is, at least one more year. But would be open to input from you all as to what you think. So the budget number that I'm looking at is the column that says current budget there, it's the third
150.
column in, yes.
Or 155.
And so that's the revenue side, and on the back side is the expense side. But basically, we have it at 155 of revenue expected in and 155 revenue expected out.
I don't have a problem, just because I know we could amend it if we had to,
Yes.
Colin. So, I mean,
The only, if I may, the only thing, and I've said this before, but I think it's fine to budget just like you've been budgeting. I don't think it's hurt anything. But I would, encourage this committee to maybe have an agenda item where you discuss what your priorities would be for tourism. And then maybe put some percentages of your expenditures into certain buckets and try to recruit events that fit into those buckets, if you will. So if we say we want, so much in entertainment, so much in, car show type, expo type things, if we say we want, whatever it is, I would love to see this committee start putting a strategy together for what types of tourism you want in our community. Because some types of tourism are better for the economy than others.
That's exactly true, but as long as we're operating on a flat budget, it's a little hard to do when we're pretty much just the stuff that walks in the door.
That's why I'm encouraging you to get away from that model.
She's encouraging us to stay with that
No,
flat
I'm
budget.
encouraging you to stay with a flat budget, but a different model.
Anticipatory prioritization.
So it's not just about what walks through the door and asks for money. It's about the events that you want to see take place in our community and encouraging people to apply for those dollars for those reasons.
And if I may, with the grant writer who's been hired for the city, I'm going to work with her to go back for the last 2 years, maybe up to 5, depending how easily we can acquire the data to get sales tax collections for the city of Alva for that time period, and then correlate that information with events that have taken place in the community so that you all can be making informed decisions about these things. It's my goal to have this before your final budget for FY23 is done.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I kind of thought so.
And we've talked about that in the past, we just never had the
Well,
capacity to put that together.
It takes time and, you know, just going through like the university and the chamber and public school calendars to determine those correlations in the rec park. I mean, yeah, it takes time, and so we'll do our best to get you that data.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you need any action from us at
At this point in time, but not necessarily that we can bring it back to the next meeting. I really just want to get it in front of you sooner than what we normally have. We don't have to take action at this meeting. If you'd like to mull it over and think about it between now and the next meeting, I can come back to the next meeting and we can talk about it some more then, and you guys can make a recommendation. Since I was going to be here, I wanted to just get it in front of you a little bit sooner than what we normally would have in years past, so you can start thinking about what you want that to look like.
I mean, I don't have a problem, I mean, if you're ready.
I don't either.
If you want to see the same budget and it's helping the city, I don't have a problem, but, yeah, I know Connor doesn't, and Terry doesn't. Linda, I mean, we can.
Okay, then you're more than welcome to go ahead and move on that.
I'd entertain a motion.
Or maybe we keep the same budget that we had last year.
We have a motion and a second.
Parsons?
Aye.
Martin?
Aye.
Barton?
Aye.
Ritter?
Aye.
Klein?
So now maybe you'll have to come to the next meeting. I'm sure there'll be something else though.
I would miss seeing you guys.
Well, you know where I am.
The next item is discussion and action to move the April meeting to April the 27th, and I think that's the purpose of that, I assume, is to get away from the Lieutenant Governor's turkey hunt. And so I personally don't have any problem with it. Everybody, no, Mr. Klein's good, you're good, Lynn's good, everybody's good. I'd entertain a motion to move the meeting. April.
Second.
Second, motion a second.
Klein?
Aye.
Parsons?
Aye.
Ritter?
Aye.
Martin?
Aye.
Barton?
All right, and does anybody have any remarks or anything? I do have one. I am appointing Linda Barton to the Arena Authority. Linda was originally involved, so if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have tourism tax here, I feel. She did a lot of work along with Dr. Tucker at her side.
It was Dr. Tucker's idea. It truly
It was your motion, I was there, it was your doing it.
It is my opinion that that needs to be an agenda item, so I can have Jody put that on the next agenda.
Okay, that needs to be an
I
agenda item.
believe it does, but I'll verify with her. It's not my board to.
Okay, yeah, because I had asked Jody and she thought it was just an announcement.
Okay. Okay,
But if it needs to be, put it on there, otherwise it's been announced.
sounds great.
And I appreciate all the interest in people being on there. I just would like to, I worked with Melinda and would like to see what she does when she gets on there. One thing about Melinda, she will tell them what she thinks. And I do appreciate everybody who's interested. And with that, if anybody else have anything?